current profile, that is what technology you're in, years of experience, and what do you expect in today's webinar? If you can just put in that quickly, it would help me to plan the webinar more effectively for all of you. Yeah. So in one line, please put it. So it would be useful for me to have a look. Right. Perfect. So before I start the session, let me give a brief introduction about myself. I am Dr. Ankit. I have completed my PhD from IIT Bombay. I have a BTech from NIT Surat. I have now a decade and a half, more than 15 years of industry experience. I've filed various patents and research papers in the field of data science. I'm currently leading a team of AI, ML engineers, DevOps engineers. My domain experience lies in manufacturing sector, retail sector, and food sector. That is, I have solved various problems from the data from this domain. I'm also happy to inform you all that I have produced AI-based products, and recently I worked extensively on generative AI. So I'll not go into the technicalities of generative AI, but today you're all going to learn about that through the medium of, or through the example of ChatGPT. I have authored various papers. Many of my papers are well cited, mentored now more than, maybe I should update that, more than 2000 plus learners. Many of my learners are doing well in the chosen field of, or augmented their fields from the current technology to data science, machine learning, and AI. This is my LinkedIn profile. In case you want to connect with me, I'll be more than happy to do that. Perfect. So I can see many of you have put in the request which I have sent. Most of you have mentioned that you want to learn or get an introduction to ChatGPT and how you can use it for your work. So most of you have mentioned that you want an how do we benefit from ChatGPT, how I can utilize it in my day-to-day work, how using ChatGPT might change my grading practices, various things, right? So I can see a lot of you want to understand about different applications of ChatGPT. That is exactly what I will do today. But before I start further, let us first understand a brief introduction about ChatGPT. So first of all, how many of you know about OpenAI? How many of you, okay, let me write it down. How many of you understand about OpenAI? What do you understand by this OpenAI? This is a keyword. Perfect. Many of you have mentioned you don't know about it, right? Some of you are mentioning it's a platform, some of you are saying it's a company, some of you are saying it's a tool, right? So most of you are just mentioning it's a AI solution. Many of you have mentioned no idea. Perfect. So why I'm bringing this word OpenAI? Because we are going to learn about ChatGPT today. It is imperative, as most of you have put it, to understand the organization which has developed ChatGPT. So if you can see, OpenAI is the name of a company or an organization whose vision is, if you see, whose vision is, it's an OpenAI is an AI research and deployment company. Our mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. That is the vision about this company. So first of all, most of you mentioned you don't know about OpenAI. So first of all, you should know it is a research-based organization and working mostly in developing AI products. Okay. So this company was intended to start in order to compete with companies like Google, Meta, MS, because these are the companies which own most of the data. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? These are the companies which own most of the data and hence have most control over the AI products, AI in the world, right? So Google, Meta, they understand and they develop AI, right? Artificial intelligence based products. So what did OpenAI say? Boss, we also want to develop OpenAI cutting edge products and we want to keep it open source for the greater humanity, right? Unlike these companies which may have vested interest in developing AI, right? Or can bring in biasness in the AI, OpenAI said we will develop cutting edge products based on AI and will source it to the humanity. Whether it is open source now or not, that is a open debate, but OpenAI is the company which created ChatGPT. How many of you are clear with this? Please raise your hand or send me a yes. Does it make sense to all of you? Okay. Now, apart from ChatGPT, will come and introduce ChatGPT. There are other products from OpenAI which are well received. One is called DALL-E, which is into image. It's a product related to image. And the other is Whisper, which is a product related to audio to text. Okay. So three major products which are coming from OpenAI. One is ChatGPT, one is DALL-E, and the third is Whisper. If you want, all of you, you can type and send it on the chat box. These are three major products from these company. So if you look at this company, OpenAI products, you can see the major product of it is DALL-E, GPT-4 and Whisper. You can check. Products are ChatGPT, DALL-E and Whisper. These are the major projects or which are major product of this company, right? So ChatGPT, which we are going to understand about, we can try this on ChatGPT plus, DALL-E and Whisper. These are the three major products of OpenAI. Okay, perfect. Now next, if this is clear to all of you, let us now try to understand what is ChatGPT. So all of you, it would be fun to understand, what do you understand by ChatGPT? I know many of you will mention it's a magic. No, if you have used it, you may feel it that way. But let's try to be a little technical here. What is ChatGPT? Is it a rule based product? It is an AI product. It is into image. It is into video. Is it a YouTube platform? What is it? Perfect. So what is ChatGPT? First of all, many of you have mentioned it is a AI product. What is the full form of AI? Most of you must have know about it. It is artificial intelligence. Okay. But if it is an artificial intelligence product, there were many before this. For example, all of you must have used auto completion on Google, right? On Google taskbar, you may have used auto completion. That is also AI, right? You may have used face recognition on your mobile, that is also AI. Then what is making ChatGPT special? What is making ChatGPT special? Why did it go viral? Anyone? Very good. So Pranav has put it out. Okay, I think only Pranav you could get it right. It is the first product which went into generative AI space. So there is a technical word here, generative AI. All of you, can you write this? Generative AI. So generative intelligence, that is artificial intelligence, and Chat GPT, right? Chat GPT could demonstrate with high accuracy, generative AI. Now, what is generative AI, right? It will take a lot of time to explain if I go in detail, but overall, till now, most AI, were of the form to, learn from historical data and predict. So whatever it has learned, it would predict based on that. But what is differentiating other AI products and generative AI? The main differentiation is in Gen AI models can learn from historical data and create new data. So it gets the human capability to think creatively. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to explain? So for example, we as humans can create new pictures, can write poems. This capability was not there in AI. It could reproduce poems, it could predict poems, but it could not write new poems. It could not generate new things. But what did ChatGPT demonstrate? It demonstrated that even AI, if learnt well with a proper architecture, can create new data, can create new content. And this is where it took us by surprise and it went viral. Okay. So for example, and what is the data science behind it? Which makes it generative, right? So it is based on a concept called transformers. So the base of these models are called transformers. This is a data science concept. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? Transformers, right? So just to show you, there is a paper in 2000. Attention is all you need, right? So there is a paper written. If you see this paper, it is written by authors of Google. Okay. Yeah, it is Attention is All You Need. It is written by Google Brain employees of Google Brain mostly. Apart from that, some research universities are there. And essentially, if you see here, this paper talks about an architecture, a mathematical architecture, which form the basis of ChatGPT. Okay, form the basis of ChatGPT. So all of you, if you are interested in reading technical technical about it, you can go and read this paper. Okay, I can send you this link. All of you, those who are interested in the data science behind it, you can start by reading this paper. Okay. So is this clear to all of you? ChatGPT is what? It's an AI model. That AI model, mathematically, it consists of some architecture based on transformer, and it has been trained on if I can put it roughly, all the open source data before, say for example, 2021. Okay, so this may vary, this keeps on varying according to the new releases. But for example, ChatGPT 3.5, it has been trained up to September 2021. So it has been trained on all the data before that. Okay, how many of you are getting that? So basically, if I have to explain you ChatGPT in one line, it is a AI model. Okay, back end of ChatGPT, there is a AI model. This model has been trained on large amount of text data, which is open source. You can roughly say all of internet, right? And it is based on a architecture, mathematical architecture called transformers. Okay. And this is where, and it is generative in nature. So generative AI, it is generative AI. So what are the keywords you have learned today? OpenAI is the company which created ChatGPT. ChatGPT is what? It's an AI model, right? A product of OpenAI. It is generative AI. So it can create new content. And the fourth keyword you all have learned is LLMs. That is, it is also called large language model. Why? It has learned large amount of language data or text data. Therefore, it is roughly called large language models. Data science, DS here means data science. Okay, DS here means data science. Anyone has any doubts over these keywords? So these are the keywords. So let me ask you one question here. Okay, let us be interactive here. Let me ask you. Now, ChatGPT has been developed by OpenAI, right? Who are the competitors of ChatGPT? This is the assignment question. All of you, send me your answer. Who are the competitors of ChatGPT? Right? Very nicely said. Many of you have said Microsoft has Bing. Microsoft has Bing, right? Google has Bard, right? Meta has Llama, right? All these are, and there are many open source models are also there, right? You can find them in Hugging Face. This is another platform where you can find models, right? Now, if I say Microsoft, if I say Bing and OpenAI, okay, let me say this way. How many of you know that Microsoft is also powered by ChatGPT? So many products of Microsoft, right? It is going to release Copilot, right? A lot of those products, Bing, right? A lot of these products are powered by ChatGPT. Why am I making this sentence? Why I am making this sentence? Very good. So Avish and Srinivasan, you have correctly pointed out. Many of you may not be knowing. Microsoft invested in ChatGPT and is considered as major stakeholder. So it is said that maybe it owns ChatGPT now. Those who are clear with this, please raise your hand. Does it make sense? Yeah, perfect. So if this is all clear to you, let us now move towards the application of ChatGPT. Okay, I know most of you are here for that use case. right? So now there are n number of applications of ChatGPT. But first, let us learn how to log in into ChatGPT. So all of you can search ChatGPT, right? And if you click on this chat.openai.com, I have already logged in into my ChatGPT. Therefore, I come on this page. Those who are clear till here, please raise your hand. Those who are clear till here. So those who are new to it, again, I'm repeating what I've done. I got to chat.openai.com. And if I log out, I have already logged in. You can see that's why it is showing me this one. If I had not, it would have asked me to log in. And once we log in, we reach to this page. Okay. It is blocked for many of you are using company desktop or laptop. Then it may not, you may not be able to access it. Okay. Okay. Now, many of you will ask a question. What is this ChatGPT 3.5 and what is this lock ChatGPT 4? So first question is, what is ChatGPT 3.5 and what is ChatGPT 4? Or in short, this is also here mentioned ChatGPT Plus. Without giving mobile number, we can't create ChatGPT account. No, unfortunately, OpenAI is asking a mobile number. So when you, so those who have not getting it, when you try to log in for the first time, you will have to register with your mobile number. It asks you to send a perfect. So these are different versions of ChatGPT. So if I can put it in brief, a history of ChatGPT, it is GPT-1, GPT-2, GPT-3. Okay. GPT-1 and 2, GPT-1 in fact was released around 2017-18. Okay. ChatGPT-2 was also released around 2018 to 20. ChatGPT-3 was demonstrated in 2020, but it went viral in 2021 around November. Sorry, November, re-demonstrated in November 2022 and it went viral. And 3.5 was released around in February 2023. So this is the version, all of you, this is the version which went viral. So it is not a magic which took place just in few days or few months or a couple of years. It was work in progress. Only when it was working seamlessly in GPT-3, it went viral. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say? So just to let you all know, it is the fastest app. It is the fastest application to reach 100 million active subscribers. Okay, it went so viral, it went to 100 million with it, no time. Okay, so now ChatGPT 4 is the latest version, but if you want to use it, you will have to take this is free, you can use it free. But if you want to use ChatGPT 4, you'll have to take membership of ChatGPT Plus. If you see here, it gives introduction. 3.5 is fastest model, great for most everyday tasks. ChatGPT 4, upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. It is most capable, great for tasks that require creativity and advanced reasoning. So it's the most advanced model, but if you want to use it, you'll have to pay $20 per month, right? For us, most of the use case can be solved using GPT 3.5. Okay. Is the ChatGPT mobile app available? Yes, it is open. Yes, it is available. It is free. You can download both for Android and Apple. In only 3 queries are required, allowed in. No, I don't think so. There is no cap here. Perfect. So let us first start with those who are new to it understand what is some case studies let us solve using ChatGPT. Okay. Once we do that, then later, as many of you are interested, I'll cover the topic of how we can integrate ChatGPT into our applications. I will give a brief walkthrough of that, or maybe a demo of that if time permits. This will be especially for the developers. Okay. So first, let us start with some case studies, as most of you want to understand how to increase your productivity using ChatGPT. Let us first use this. Okay. So suppose I say hi to it. So it answers back. So you can see it's like a chatbot where I'm saying hi. It says, hello, how can I assist you today? So for example, I say, refer me as AJ. Okay. So it understands, of course, AJ, how can I assist you today? Okay. So now ChatGPT has learned the entire text, right? So for example, it is what it means by generative and what it means. There is another characteristic of ChatGPT, that apart from being generative, it is also intuitive. All of you, this is another keyword to be associated with ChatGPT, intuitive. Okay, what do you mean by intuitive? Let's try to understand with a demo. So for example, I say, tell me a joke for a data science professional. Why do data scientists make good baseball players? Because they have a knack for hitting the right data points, right? So it's a joke which it has generated. Now, can you all tell me, apart from this joke, what is the other thing which impresses you? I want to explain the keyword of intuitive. What is intuitive here? Can you say in this answer, apart from this joke, what is the other better thing which you can see, or novel thing you can see? Yes, very good. You can all say that, sure thing, AJ. Here is a data science joke for you, right? So it has remembered the context. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say? This is what makes it very intuitive. For example, let me tell, this is very important. The next example which I'm giving you, see here, give me another one. Now, do you understand the real meaning of intuitive? I just said, give me another one. It is so intuitive. It has understood that, okay, I'm asking for another joke, and it has created another joke. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? This is what I mean by intuitive. Okay. Now, you all may feel natural. So suppose all of us, we may get a little amazed, but maybe the next generation will feel this is what AI should be. No, this is not what AI was. For example, if I go to, say, a website, right? You can see a chatbot here. So suppose I ask this chatbot, hi, how are you? Can you all see it is failing here itself? Sorry, I'm not sure if I got that. Could you please try rephrasing your question? Suppose I ask here home loan. It will give me, okay, your dream home maker, apply for home loan here. How many of you can understand what I'm trying to show? Give me the home loan offers. So here the keyword is home loan. Again, it will give me the same reply. Okay. but it is not being intuitive. It is not able to answer anything. So for example, if I ask, how are you, how are you updating yourself? So it is not trained to answer. It will just say, I don't know how to answer this, right? This is what AI was, right? Where it was just trained on some things and it would just answer based on that. But now if you see, this is very, very intuitive. It understands the last context also. Does it make sense to all of you? So for example, it now remembers me as AJ. If I ask suddenly, uh, uh, you know, tell me a recipe which I can uh, make. I have only potatoes, uh, rice and curd. Okay, let me make it complex. Rice and tomatoes, right? So it will create a recipe for you. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? So here, if you see, it is creating a recipe where 1 cup rice, only potatoes are there, tomatoes are there. Now onion here it has done. I don't have onion. So let us say, hey, I don't have onion. Suggest another one. So what it will do, it will create a new recipe. Now if you see, onions have been removed and it has created a recipe based on tomatoes, potato and tomato. So it is a personalized result for me. And I'm not getting into the details of the answers. You will be astonished to see it is very clever in whatever it is giving. Okay. Those who are getting what I'm trying to show you here, please raise your hand. So I've just explained you that this is not a small work. It is something which I feel will change human beings, right? The way we work, it is going to change a lot of those things. So for example, if you are in HR, okay, let us say take some case studies. Now, those who are in HR in this group, tell me something which you want me to create. Those who are in HR, can you send me a chat that, okay, this is something I want to do. Can you help me with that? So for example, one of you have written, I want a job profile for my company, right? So suppose you are a HR and you want, the first task for you is for recruitment, you want to understand or post a job profile. Okay, so let's keep it this way. I am working in a tech company called Waltz, which is into e-commerce of electronic goods. We want to hire a Java developer. We want to hire a Java developer with 3 to 4 years of experience. Create a suitable job profile for posting on job hunting websites. So I have mentioned this. All of you just see, it will create a perfect job profile which you can just, get inspired from and copy paste it. So for example, job title Java developer, company is Waltz. It has learned from my this thing. Location I need to specify, so it has given this. About us, Waltz is a leading e-commerce specializes. Our mission is to provide our customers. So by itself, it has created the vision, etc. Job description, we are looking for Java developer, join our dynamic team. These are the responsibilities. Qualifications required is bachelor's in computer science or related field. It has learned that. It has also created more, profile, what is nice to have, what we offer, and it has posted this. How many of you are want to say? So now if you are a HR and if you're not, or what you can do, suppose you can say this also. So for example, in above, you can say, add a section of technology, tech stack, which is required from the candidate. So see its intuitiveness. It will create that. I have asked it to create one more profile section of tech stack. Let's see how it has created. You can see it has created now tech stack requirements, proficiency in Java, Spring Framework, Hibernate, RESTful. So it has done that. Okay. Now, what else? Suppose, yeah, one of you have mentioned a very good case study. One of you have mentioned that you want to conduct for your company, some HR activity, right? So for example, I can create that. So what I'm giving now is technically called prompt, right? The input you give to ChatGPT is called prompt. Okay, it's called prompt. In general word, it's called prompt. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? Prompt. So what I'm prompting ChatGPT now, that I am an HR. I don't need to give the context again. I want to create a activity, team activity with a group of 10 developers in my team. I have 45 minutes and a open space in the company. Which games can I conduct in this 45 minutes? The employees should have fun while doing the same. So as a HR person, I am asking ChatGPT, you tell me in 45 minutes, what should I do? So you can say, it is giving you a list of games which you can play. Now, these are too many games, right? Here are a few games you can play. So this is too much for us to understand. So if you want ready-made, you can just say, okay, give me a itinerary for 45 minutes for the above. So I'm just saying, what should be my itinerary for 45 minutes? Just let me know that. So it's simple. First 5 minutes, do introduction. Activity 1, it will take 10 minutes, code scavenger. So there are how many? 4 activities. Then wrap up 5 minutes, conclusion 5 minutes. And here it is also creating the script for that. Okay. So you can see a lot of, and then for example, you can make it more personalized. I just want 2 activities at most. Please modify the above. Okay. So now you see it will modify the above. Instead of 4 activities, it has said, okay, you play this for 15 minutes. What you need to do here for 20 minutes, you can do this. 5 minutes, you can do this. So a lot of people now are doing this, right? HR professionals are using it full time, right? Similarly, for your day-to-day tasks, many of you have asked day-to-day tasks. For example, can you all tell me what presentation you need to make for your company? Say, for example, something you need to create. For example, anyone can give me some ideas here? So suppose you want to create a presentation in your company on some topic. Okay, so can you give me some topics for which you want to create? Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So generative AI basics. That's good. Okay, let's take this one. Yeah, emotional intelligence, right? So something related to psychology. One of you have mentioned that some you want to create some presentation on emotional intelligence. All of you, please watch it. This is going to be like magic for those who are using it for the first time. Create a presentation deck for I need to give for 30 minutes on emotional intelligence. The audience are counseling psychologists, professionals. Okay. Suppose I just write this, boom. Slide 1 title, what you should cover. Slide 2 should be your agenda. These are your agenda. Slide 3 should cover introduction to AI, EI. It has mentioned what you need to cover. Relevance of EI, key. So each slide it has given. Now, for example, you feel that you want more details for slide 4, right? So you can just write, can you create the slide 4? So I don't need to give any context to it. You see here, slide 4 here was key components of EI, which it had given us here. Here it gave us, these are the 3 points. I have asked it to elaborate more. So it is giving me what you should cover in this slide. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? Right? So now, this is how you can use it for your day-to-day activities. Any presentation you want, anything you want, you can create that. Now, there are many websites, tome.ai, for example, which can actually create the whole presentation deck itself. So from this uses ChatGPT at the backend, or you may say a generative AI at the backup. If you just ask it, create the deck, it will create a deck also for you. Okay, you don't even need to copy paste into PowerPoint. Okay. Varun Sharma is saying, if I use same example as you, results are different. Yes, it will be different. Why? Because it is generative. Each time you ask a question, it may act differently. Okay. So that may be the case. Yeah, it can also provide suggestions for images which can be used in the presentation. Yes, you can also ask it, can you suggest what images to have on the slides? So it will also suggest the same for you. So first of all of you, it is very intelligent. It does its job well. And if you're not using it, you will be left behind. That's what I can say. Many of you wanted some project management flavor. Okay. So let's take this. Suppose I am a project plan manager for a client which is asking us to develop a e-commerce website in 30 days. I have a team of 3 developers, one UI, one front-end developer. Please suggest me the project plan to pitch to the client. Okay. So here you can see, I have asked it to create a project management plan. I have given what specifics I have. Now it has created that. Your title should be this, project duration, this is my team. Week 1, we will complete this. Week 2, we will complete this. Week 3, we will complete this. Week 4. And post launch, we are going to do client training, ongoing support, project closeout, so and so forth. Right? You can also ask it, what kind of project management I need to do to ensure seamless product delivery. Suggest me the meetings I should arrange with the team and the client, right? So now I'm asking it for practical suggestions. What meetings I need to have, what should be the, with clients. So it is saying you should have a project kickoff meeting, which is an internal meeting. You can have requirement gathering meeting with your client, progress review meetings, client status update meeting, user acceptance UAT meeting. So it is creating that template for me. If I go as granular as give me the dates on which I should have, days I should have, it will also do that. Okay. How many of you can hear me well? Please say yes. Great. Thank you. Anyone wants to know about anything else? Yes. Many of you are developers here. Now, this is the fun. Those who are developers, now you'll feel the chill out of it. For example, write me a code which can run on Google Colab. I want to which can run on Google Colab. So Google Colab is a platform on which we can run Python codes. Can you suggest me what code you want me to develop for demo? I want to play tic-tac-toe with the computer. So what it will do, it has written a code within no second. It has written a code. I have mentioned that it should run on Google Colab. Let's copy this code. It gives me access to copy the code. I just go to Google Colab, for example. I open a new notebook. Can we check testing part on ChatGPT? Yes, we can do that also. Integration with Microsoft Office apps, Vikas is asking. Yes, because it will be integrated soon. In fact, Microsoft is going to release Copilot with each Microsoft Office application. Automatically, ChatGPT is going to be integrated into our Office apps. So for example, I copy paste the code. I run this. Let's see what the output we get. Was never closed. It's giving me an error here. I don't know. Did I make a mistake in copy pasting? Let me just check that. Okay, I think this is a good thing. So there is some error which has come out. Let's try to put that error inside this and see whether ChatGPT can help us. So when I'm running ChatGPT code. This is the error I'm getting. Let's see. You are stupid. You are stupid. I'm getting the following error on running your code. So I'm putting this. Let's see whether it can help me. So first of all, you see the intuitiveness. I apologize for the error. It appears there is a syntax issue in the provided code. It should have been this. Okay. So after range 3, there is one more bracket it is saying. Let's put that. Range 3 here, right? It's saying it made an error. Let's put this and run it again. Boom. You see the code is running fine now. If I just write, enter your move, I write to, I don't know how row and column, it is saying 2, 1, suppose I say. Yeah, so it has taken my input here, the X is, computer has put it here. I say 1 space 1. It has put it here, computer has put it here. So it is a stupid computer. It had to put it here. Suppose I say now 0 and 1. 0th row, 1 column, and X wins. Congratulations. So I hope all of you are getting the idea. Within a second, I didn't know anything about coding. It created codes. Similarly, I put a debug issue. It solved that debug issue. I do very complex things with Java, C++, and ChatGPT does wonders to it. So my developer, which used to take 3 weeks of time, now my development time has come down to 1 week because of assistance from ChatGPT. Okay, I hope all of you are getting the same. So some of you wanted to develop websites. So you can also write here, send me the code required to develop an e-commerce website. So as complex as this, with one line of code, you see it will create all the steps which is required for web development. It will also put in all the codes for that. You just need to follow the instructions. At the end of it, you will have a e-commerce website. So developing a full is a complex. However, I can give you an overview. You will require HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you can go and ask, send me the code for step 1. So you see, you will have to install Flask, create a Python script, do this, do that. And at the end of it, you'll have an e-commerce website. How many of you are getting the feel of what I'm trying to explain? Right? Similarly, for developers, a lot other things can be done. It can be used to develop codes. It can be used to test your code. It can, for example, I can ask, what should be my protocol, or let it put it, create test cases to ensure that the tic-tac-toe game will not be bug free. So I'm asking it to design some test cases also. So you can also copy paste your own code. You can go reverse here. So here it is creating test cases for me. Game initialization, make a malware move, restart the game, do all these test cases. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? So it can design the test cases for your software also. It only responds in text, doc, images, PDF. It used to, but now if you see latest ChatGPT capabilities, audio, video, etc., image, it can handle everything. So recently, 25th September 2023, ChatGPT has said it can now speak, hear, it can do all kinds of things. So it will also give you, how do you upload an image, an Excel file, all that things can be done. But maybe you will require for that ChatGPT Plus. You will have to take membership of ChatGPT Plus. I can keep on going for these things. Anything and everything you want to do can be done on ChatGPT. So a lot of case studies can be done. But before, it is endless basically. But I hope all of you have got a gist of it. So my takeaway for all of you is, anything and everything you're doing right now in your chosen field, in your domain, you will have to use ChatGPT in order to increase your own efficiency, right? So I personally use it even for writing email. For example, write an email to my manager, explaining him about the delay in project because of non-availability of data, and it may take 2 days more of timeline. So I am so lazy now. It will just create, So now it has created, you can see this is outdated, right? Creating such long mails doesn't work. I can write it, the email should be of 2 lines only. So now you see, for by itself it created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. Now I've just sent that it should be 2 lines. We need 2 more days due to data unavailability to meet project deadlines. It has mentioned that. Okay, so this is too short. You can also say, you can, make the email bulleted and add the title of the project. So I can customize it. I can keep on working with it. Okay. So this is where prompt engineering comes into picture, that how you can do better prompts with ChatGPT so that your productivity increases and the application on which you are using it increases. Okay. Now, before I close the session, the other thing I just want all of you to understand about ChatGPT is ChatGPT. I have already explained to all of you that paid version is there, but there is a product called ChatGPT API. ChatGPT API. So what is this product about? This API of ChatGPT is basically, let me log in. Altaf Hussain, can you explain about the Merlin? I think Chrome extension. Yes, I'm using Merlin here. All of you, he has noted down this. So suppose I search here, you see there is Merlin. So this is my ChatGPT plugin I use with Chrome. There are a lot of plugins. What it does is, whatever website I go to, or I want to note down something, I want to ask a follow-up on any website, it's like an assistant for me. It summarizes things for me. So this is an application based off ChatGPT, which I'm using as a plugin. Okay. Now, what I wanted to explain was, here. So API, there is one application called API. And if you go and see here, it gives us API keys. So all of you can see here, there are keys which are there associated with my account. Now, once you have this API key, okay, what you can do, you can use, so suppose this is a application which I'm developing in Python and I want to call ChatGPT in between. I will have to use that API here and I can connect with ChatGPT through any application and I can get the output from ChatGPT. How many of you are following me? Especially the developers, right? So ChatGPT gives you this API keys through which you can connect with ChatGPT from any application you're developing. But the only thing is, it will be charged. So if you're using it on the website, it will be free of cost. But if you want to use the API, you will be charged for it. Okay. What are the charges for it? You can read more about it here. So for example, you can search cost of API ChatGPT. So different models of ChatGPT cost different. There are different models of ChatGPT which you can call, and based on what model you're calling, it will charge you accordingly. I hope you have followed what to, right? So you can see here, you can call GPT-4 model, 3.5 turbo model, fine-tuning models. Different models are there. As you call them, it charges you separately for that. Okay. So you need to learn more about it. So before I end the session, let me say, we learned about ChatGPT introduction, right? We learned about what is Gen AI, LLMs, what is the companies, right? OpenAI, different models, the other companies. We learned about the use cases of ChatGPT in various HR use case, project management, right? Development, developers, tools, right? Also I asked it to create recipe. So I can say for nutrition, right? I can also ask it to write a lot of content social media. So for example, I can ask, where is it? Yeah, I think we are over time. Yeah. Okay. Many of you. Yeah. Anyway, so I think, say for example, create a YouTube script for a young audience for the latest mobile phone, right? So you can ask it to write a YouTube script. You can mention the YouTube video is for 30 seconds. It will accordingly create. You can ask it to create Twitter, Facebook, Instagram posts, hashtags. It can do everything for you. Okay, great. I can see many of you are giving me feedback for the session. You have enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for that feedback. I took few questions of yours. I can see many more questions. Yeah, it can be used for translation, Amol. You can check, it can be used for that. Do let me know your feedback, whether you enjoyed the session. I thoroughly enjoyed discussing with you all of about the Chat GPT. Thank you all for your attention. Take care of yourself. Thank you all. I hope all of you have got good ideas to use Chat GPT. Please do start learning and using it more for your work. Thank you all.